Guys, Wednesday. Yeah, been I've been too busy to drink a beer. I don't know. That doesn't even sound believable. So we'll just move on to the brew review. But before I do that, to say thank you to my good friend Bulwark 1911. I don't know how much of his personal information he wants given out, so that's why I always stick with just Bulwark 1911. I know he lives somewhere over there in an undisclosed bunker. That's all I can really say. But he sent he sent a couple things. I personally I don't think I've seen either one of these around here. They're both from Big Sky Brewing Company, one of my favorites. I still have some brown ale that's supposed to go to NIHAP, and he just said, "Why even bother? He'll drink it when he's here." Uh, yeah, their brown ale's awesome. This is their oatmeal stout, which makes me kind of go, because oatmeal stouts are one of my favorites, and this one says it's a limited release, 5.4%. It's one of them that we will be taking a look at. Sent me a 6-pack of that, and he sent me 2 4-packs of, and I had even do a double take on this because almost all of Big Sky Brewing Company's bottles all look just like that. And I'm looking at this one, and I was just reading Ivan the Terrible Imperial Stout, 9.5% by volume. And I was noticing Ivan on there, and under there I'm going, this is from Big Sky also. Damn. This is the one I love the Imperial Stouts. This is the one I'm really look forward to trying this. So, but wait, don't act yet. I know every single time when you guys sends me a bottle opener, I'm like, this might be the coolest one ever. I mean, it all started with that stupid piece of shit one that Travis DJ Alkaline 1 sent me. And well, one of the original cool ones was the one from Alex, the old Enterprise. That one is definitely a favorite. And then Alex sent me the Gargoyle one. That one was really cool. I got the Guinness one from Glockgeist, and your big old weapons style one that Ray sent me. Oh, Ray, it does exist. Then of course, you got then they started going gun stuff, and that's when they started really being cool. You got the muzzle device one, and then Steve sent the one out of the charging handle. That one, well, and you can't knock the like the 50 cal, except for evidently this is an actual one from the douchebag company, because they supposedly own the copyright, but they only own the copyright, I guess, if there's a projectile in the end of it. So Salty Shellback doesn't have a problem with, well, actually I kind of wondered, because the 50 cal ones that he has are just the shell, but I've got a couple from them that are got bullets in the end of them. But maybe the coolest bottle opener that I have in the whole collection. But wait for it. It's not just a thick ass chunk of steel, American steel, forged in the USA. They probably bought the steel from China. But Bulwark had that. Looks like it's laser etched on there. Ebomey. Guns, gear, and beer, and I can't even use it right now to open tonight with today's brew review, because we're looking at a can. Hop Freak. believe this is out of Milwaukee Brewing. I know. If it sucks, I'm the one that bought it. How do you think this looks? Not only do I think that's extremely badass on there, got the square lines of the handguard, and then you got the Huber Concepts brake. Not only do I know that this works, they work awesome. I know people would argue with me. They are worth every penny of the $225 that they cost. And it pains me to say that because that's a lot of damn money. But once you shoot it, now I don't know what it's going to be like on this, but I'm willing to bet you large amounts of money, or everything that Chuck has, that the one that was on here, which I retransplanted over on the AR up there, because that's a rifle, this is not going to punish you as the operator. There's no ports on the top of it. It's going to keep you in the bubble, and I personally think if you are doing a pistol build, you want the Huber Concepts. It's going to help tame the gun from muzzle flip. It's going to give it just a nudge back. That's why I can't wait to shoot this. Honestly, anybody that I know that doubts what $225 gets you for something of this magnitude, come on over and shoot both of my Mosins. I am because it's actually happened. Shoot the stock Mosin and then shoot this one. First of all, it doesn't look like the Huber Concepts Mosin doesn't look like a Mosin anymore. But I've actually been asked if one of them was a Mosin Nagant and the other one was was chambered in 5.56. There's that much of a difference, but it's not at the loss of ballistics. Au contraire, Mr. Mad Scientist John Huber wanted to make sure that it was doing everything to reduce massive amounts of felt energy, but not to change the ballistics. Since this is truly an experiment, it has to go into the beaker. What's Milwaukee? Beer town? I mean, someone can tell me if I'm wrong, but I can't think of a single thing I've had and I lived in Milwaukee. It was the armpit of all the places that I've lived. I never so badly wanted to get out of a town than living there. Well, it's almost clear. It has kind of a weird, kind of a orangish color, and it has carbonation. It's not developing the color up into the bubbles, so right now I know it's not a 10. Has a lot of a pineapple smell to it. Citrus and pineapple. Cheers. And surprisingly, the taste is almost identical to the smell. Citrus up front, the grapefruit side of it. Right behind that was a big surge of pineapple sweetness. Has a not dry, but kind of a bitter area in the middle, working its way all the way to the end. And it's just leaving me with a really heavy, bitter citrus finish. It really doesn't change, honestly, from start to finish, except for as it smooths off at the end. It kind of stays kind of strong with that bitterness. I don't even know why I look. When that one rings, it's never for me. Well, actually I lie. My mother will call on that line, and it really pisses off. Christine when her dad calls and she answers hello and he asks for me. Alright, well, it's definitely hoppy, but it's not terrible. I mean, I don't even remember what that was. It came in a 4-pack, but you know, they're the bigger cans. I think we read the directions. Find a glass, pour beer, cheers, and share. Did I say what the alcohol percentage was? 8.7? I thought I looked at something and said something less than that. If I am, I stand corrected. It is 8.7%. If I said 8.7%, then that's what I meant. So I have 3 more of these. I can tell you, Steve, I don't think you'll like this. I know you've been kind of warming up to the citrus of the IPAs, but this is just a little bit too edgy. That bitter is kind of a floral bitter to it. I won't let them go to waste, but I won't get it again. On the E scale, that translates into, I would say, a 5 on the E scale. Where are we? A 5 on the E scale. Another one that's kind of a, you know, they wreck the beer by making somewhat of a cool can. Tomorrow, let's see, we've had some fun offerings from NIHAP. Stroh's, really? American beer. What was this one? Is it Old German? I'm not going to select any of those right now, but you know, we'll do a full Stroh's, really. I really want to find out about this, so I want to do this one tomorrow. Even the terrible Imperial Stout, 9.5% from Big Sky Brewing Company. We'll get to use the kick-ass opener that Bulwark 1911 sent. Oh, and Bulwark, be happy to know that it was delivered on a day that was negative 15 degrees, and nothing even looked frozen inside, but I can tell you it was really, really cold. I'm willing to bet you money that if I would have popped the top, it would just gone right to ice. So, oh yeah, we gotta put this in here too. Okay, guys, be good. We'll take a look at that one, and again, if you want to wait until I get a chance to get out and shoot this. To go with what I know is going to be the situation. Huber Concepts. If you are looking for a way to tame, especially a big bore gun, I cannot say enough. I know some people love them. Some people don't really like the design. I think it looks. What'd you say? Fugly. I tell you though, it really grew on me fast, and then when I put 5 rounds through the rifle, I was sold, and at that point in time, I didn't give a flying shit what it looked like because of the way they work. So, can't wait to put that on a 308. But, yeah, there's definitely not as much of the whole felt recoil and whatever on a 223, but for all those ego-driven guys that just go, oh, there's no kick in a hell, a Mosin doesn't even kick. Well, first of all, you're an idiot if you say a Mosin doesn't even kick. But the whole thing on especially something like an AR platform is you want to be able to get your follow-up shots. And if your gun is raising into the air, Love you.
Love you.
If your gun is raising in the air and you're not able to stay on target, so, you know, all those ego-driven guys that, you know, want to go shoot a buffalo gun and don't think that it needs to be, controlled. Good for you. But, you know, the more shootable that you can make your rifle. I will admit, I think the definite shortcoming to Huber Concepts square breaks are the price, because I know almost everybody I've talked to have, hear me say how awesome they are, and it's like, well, how much are they? $225, and it's like, whoo, this is definitely that you get what you pay for thing. And like I said, in the larger calibers, I don't think I will ever buy a large caliber rifle that doesn't have a threaded barrel, so I can put a Huber Concepts brake on there. And they're in the process of tooling up to start doing left-hand threads and do AK brakes. So, okay. Oh, and I definitely want to touch on one last thing before we go. The anybody that doesn't think that the entire world's security and knowing that violence will never come to you. France found out today the hard way when 12 people were killed, and I believe that was the publishing house that the 3 terrorists went into yelling Ali Akbar, which I understand translates into, I am a fucking pussy and I like to put my penis in a goat. I think that's what Ali Akbar actually means. These cowards murdered 12 people, and I believe the publisher of the publishing house, and well, in the news they said the publisher and 11 others, but I know one of them was an execution of a wounded cop on the ground with his arms in the air. This vagina riddled pussy murdered a cop. Of course, on the other side of the argument, I knew this, but I kind of forgot about it. The French police do not, I guess I can't say do not carry firearms. I've heard that they don't, and I've heard that they have the option to, but most don't. So a bunch of cops responded to gunfire this morning and then got shot at. And they lost one of them. I'm sorry. I would never take that job without having all sorts of firearms at my disposal, and at least 2 of them on me. I don't go to the grocery store. I am right now wearing my Cookie Monster pajama bottoms, and on my side is my Walther PPS. So I don't go anywhere, anytime, without a firearm on my side, let alone be in law enforcement, where most of the time you are responding to bad people doing bad things. So, but then again, the French aren't exactly the smartest bulbs on the planet. So, I feel my heart goes out to the families of the 12 victims due to the I don't know if they're going to find out that they're associated with ISIS, but either way, they're Muslim douchebags. And unfortunately, in my own state, we're starting to turn into the Muslim Mecca, so it probably won't be long until I need to get the hell out of here. I don't have a problem saying it, because in what's happening here in Minnesota, they're not coming here to become Americans. They're coming here to try to turn You know, when you can go to the Department of Motor Vehicle and actually have your picture taken wearing your full headgear and all you see is a couple of eyeballs, somehow that's there. No, 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 I'm sorry. Oh, and the ones that work at Target, which is another group of pussies, and I haven't shopped there in almost 2 years because of their anti-American stance. Muslims working there were, horrified that they would have to possibly check somebody out that bought bacon, so they were relocated to other jobs somewhere in the store where they didn't actually have to interact with bacon. So, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is America. My grandparents, well, actually my grandparents' parents, came here because they wanted to become part of the melting pot, and they wanted to become Americans. They learned to speak English, and they learned our culture and history. These towelheads are coming here to try to make us part of their religion, and fuck you. There's the border. Go start your own country if that's what you want, and we'll see how many people go there. Because this is America, and it's going to stay that way if I ever have anything to do with it. Considering we have a Muslim as our president, and he's doing everything he can to circumvent and destroy everything that founding fathers fought, died to create, is very saddening. But, I digress. So, I'm going to go finish my half-ass beer. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to pour me a big-ass glass of Stoli and put a little bit of orange juice in there. And we will see you tomorrow, and we'll look at Ivan the Terrible. And again, thank you very much, Bulwark 1911. Truly one of the most awesome bottle openers I've ever seen, and to be totally honest, I was admiring it, and this wasn't even the first thing that I saw, but that is, there's the camera. That is awesome. The 1911. Awesome, my friend. Someday we need to share a beer, so there's always the shoot. First week in September. It's going to happen again this year. Need to find someplace different though. The hunting shack is, we're outgrowing the hunting shack. Too many people, too many big kabooms, and we'd like to have more fun with distance. So many guys are building long range stuff. Chris, alone with company, his 5.56 gun is deadly at 300 yards and beyond. If he can get his, hey Shelbs, what's going on? If he can get his 308 running. NIHAP, he's in the 308 world. Jim Hornet Fixer, he's now in the 308 world. That's a world I really want to be in soon, and hopefully if a couple of my my good friends at a company I will not name at this moment in time, they've got some stuff coming out at SHOT Show this year. And I hope to become part of the 308 crowd very shortly with one of them. What the hell are you doing? Hey, you want to try some of this? I know Johnny sent a special bowl, but sorry, Johnny. Sorry, it's filled, and she's right here, and she's a dog. She licks her hoo-ha. I don't really think she gives a shit if she's drinking beer off of the basement floor. You like it? Really? I gave it a 5. What do you give it? Is it worth a knuckle bump? Knuckle bump. It's not worth a knuckle bump. You want more? You do? Okay. Well, let's split one in a moment. Okay, guys. Again, thank you, Bulwark, John, Gary at Huber Concepts. Thank you for the break, for the pistol. Love the way it looks on there. Now I really want to get out and give that a try, because as much fun as it was to shoot, it was way too much. The operator was definitely in the danger zone every time he pulled the trigger, and it beat the shit out of you, that I just know that is going to be a game changer. So if you're working on a pistol build, I would wait for the update to see what I think about it, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a safe thing if you were just to go get your own. And by some chance you're a Muslim douchebag terrorist and you happen to catch this, I love bacon and I love pork, and I would love to see a 50 cal. Never mind. See you guys tomorrow.